Hi, hello. Welcome back if you're returning, or welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Bree. I know I have been MIA for a long time, and I have good reason. So I have a lot to talk about. So I don't know how long this video will be, but I have some catching up to do. So if you are willing to listen, then let's work on a WIP together, or whatever you have going on. If you are walking, you got some dishes to do, you got some cleaning around the house, or you're doing some grocery shopping, or you're doing a new hobby or whatever. I got plenty to update on since I have not last talked to you all since I think Christmas. So yeah. Okay, I have a color that I've been working on. I'm going to just quickly go through the diamond painting that I'm working on, which is Sleepy Orange Tabby Night. It's like this painted effect, and it's a square. It's from Diamond Art Club. I started this quite a while ago, and I am wanting to gift it to somebody, and I really want to get it finished. I don't feel like I have too much more to go, but it is a square, so squares do take me longer. I am using a Bijou Bliss tray in the silk white. Excuse me. And I'm using a Butterfly Effect Wears diamond painting pen with Diamond Art Club a multi-placer and a single placer, and of tweezers and my art dot container. And I'm at my desk. And if it sounds echoey in this video, I apologize. There isn't anything on the walls in my craft room any longer. I will explain. But everything has come down. So yeah, it's a little bit, it has an echo, and I don't like it so much, but it is what it is. So anyways, yeah. So I'll start with, I guess, why everything has come down in the craft room. In the last video, I think I have mentioned that we were thinking about moving and everything, putting the house up for sale. Well, we destashed a lot, got rid of a lot of stuff, and basically purged a lot and cleaned out our house, listed it for sale. We have pictures for it to be listed for sale. Yeah, and the whole destashing, decluttering of our home. We've lived here close to 10 years, and you do not realize how easy it is to just accumulate things. You just start putting it in the basement. You don't realize that it's just out of sight. And then that's when I realized oh no, we have a problem. But our house is pretty empty right now, and a lot of my diamond paintings are even put away. This is technically the only diamond painting I have out currently. Which is good, because then it gives me only this to focus on, and hopefully I can get this done. So I'm also wanting to talk about, like, what am I going to do? Like, what are our plans? You may want to know. Well, first of all, I'm not sure how much I'm going to share on this channel. And I say that because Megan and I, we are documenting, like, everything on, like, the process of selling our home, and condensing everything from, you know, a small house to basically we're going to be living an RV life, basically a nomadic lifestyle. And with that, and when I tell people that, there come a lot of questions, like, what do you do for jobs? What do you do for work? Obviously same question, but what are you gonna do if you get sick? What happens, you know? I don't know. There's a lot of questions, but I guess it's the same as if we were moving to a different state. We're just doing it a little bit differently, and there's plenty of people on YouTube that already do this, and have proven that it can be done, and it can be done on a budget, and you don't have to have a lot to experience a lot. And I'm looking forward to it. Now, when it comes to the RV, when we go shopping for it, I always want what we can't afford. But isn't that how it always goes? So the other question that I get is, where are you guys going first? And honestly, we're going to just see family, and then we're gonna go someplace warm and just see, like, how my body responds to the different climate. Since I have fibromyalgia, it might be a little bit different. I will tell you one thing, like, getting ready for this new chapter of our lives is very stressful. And having the government that we have right now makes it even more stressful. I don't have any videos up on that other channel yet, but I am working on our first one. So if you are interested in following along with our journey, I will post a link in the pinned comment down below if you want to follow along. So another question that I get when I tell people is, what about my diamond paintings? What am I going to do with all of them? So that became very stressful for me, and I avoided it for a really long time until almost I couldn't avoid it any longer. Recently, I had just switched to a system where I had like this really nice like clothing rack that I got off of Amazon. I'll insert a picture if I can remember. And I got some hangers for it, and I hung up all of my completed and my my work in progress kits. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just focus on these for the upcoming year. I had gotten that about 6 months prior to us making this decision of living a different lifestyle way. Sorry about the barking. So I was kind of bummed about that. I was like, I just bought this thing to put it up like this. But anyways, so to get back to what am I going to do with my diamond paintings while we are traveling? Because now we have to minimize everything from a 2-bedroom house to an RV with one basically bedroom in like a living area. It's going to be very difficult. So I was going to just like take everything, all my diamond painting kits out of the boxes and roll them up as tight as I possibly could, bring the sticker sheets and bring the drills, and fit as many as possible as I could in one storage container. And then after thinking about it some more, I was like, no matter what, they're not all going to fit, even if I did it that way. And realistically, I know I'm not going to get more than 2 done a month this year, because it's already January. Well, technically, as of me recording this, it's February, but when I was putting these all away, it was January, and I already knew January was already halfway over, if not already more than halfway, and I hadn't even worked on a diamond painting yet. Hadn't even touched a diamond painting pen. Other than to maybe move it. So I knew I wasn't going to get more than like 20 done in a year, if that. I'm just trying to be very realistic with myself. I don't know how many I got done last year. I didn't pay attention, but I really want to start like paying attention for myself. So I thought, okay, I really wanted to focus on my WIPs and get those taken care of and out of the way. But then I thought, I don't want to just work on them just to get them out of the way. I should work on the kits that I know I really want to work on. What is this? Why does it look like a piece of rice or something? It's weird. So yeah, I told that to myself. I should work on the kits that I really want to work on. I'll give myself a few rules. I'll bring no more than 24 kits with me because realistically, I won't get more than that done in 12 months. And I'll make 2 of them squares, 2 of them WIPs, and I think I made some kind of rule like that. I can't remember exactly. I think I texted it to Laura, or maybe it was like 4 squares and 4 WIPs. And do some, I don't know. I can't remember what I said to her. If I go back and look at the thing, I'll try to insert what I told her here. But I know that I did that, and I that's how I packaged them, and that's what I'm taking with me on the road. So hopefully we can stay in the United States to, travel and relax and try to relax and just see things that we haven't seen before. And if not, we might just be moving south sooner than we thought. So that's where we are with the move, and that's where I have been, and why I have not been here with my WIP and Chats and unboxings and other things like that. So I hope you didn't miss me too much, or I guess you probably just forgot about me. But if you're still around, thank you very much. If you're new, thank you. I hope you stick around. If you want to see the other channel or follow the other channel, I'll leave it in the pinned comment down below. Okay, so I did make a list of what to talk about, so I'm going to okay. Sorry. So I've been on PTO from my job for the past 2 weeks. It has been so incredibly nice, like, to actually be on PTO and not be sick, because usually when I'm off of work, it's either because it's my off day or because I had to call off because I was sick. But now that we have like all the house stuff kind of a little bit behind us, we're just in the middle of a few things, and I got this chance to sit down. I just need a drink really quick. But being on PTO and being able to actually enjoy it and relax has been very nice, but also very short-lived, because I've only been able to relax for the past like 2 days and I've been off of work for 2 weeks, and I go back in a day. But it was needed, so but it has been really nice. Oh yeah, I talked about that stuff already. The animals are acting when they realize like a lot of the stuff in the house has gone away, because when you put your house up for sale, the realtors basically want your house to look like nobody lives here. But the problem is that we do still live here, so we can't have all of our stuff gone. So we have as much stuff as possible put away without, I don't know, with being able to still be able to live, I guess. But the dogs are like weirded out because their crates are put away, and their dishes are put away. The cats are freaked out because the cat trees are moved in different positions of the house now, and animals are just like freaked out. So if you don't know already, I need to pick a color. I need to pick a color. Where is... Here. Okay. Where is it? Start. Here we go. If you haven't figured out already, I guess, so we are selling our house to buy an RV and a truck, and we are going to just live on the road with our 3 dogs and 2 cats. There's other people that do it as well. I've seen people that do it and they document it on YouTube. We plan on doing it as well. I'll also offer a Patreon. No obligation to join, but if you can or you do, we appreciate it and we thank you. I'm just going to use it as an update for everything for right now. But yeah, I have no idea, like, the first thing about RVs, but I'm learning. And also, like, I've looked at so many now, and now I know, like, the kind of layout that I would like, but it's just a little bit out of our price range because we want to pay out of pocket, like, cash for it. So this is the first time I have diamond painted this year, and it is February 6th as of this recording. I have been coloring though. I picked up some of those coloring books, those Bold and Easy. And the alcohol markers, they're really popular on Red Note and TikTok, I think on Instagram too. And that's something that I can do like while sitting on the couch. Diamond painting, not so much. Well, I kind of got lost in the moment there. If anybody has any questions, has any recommendations about, I don't know, RV life, living RV life, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. If you watched until the end, go ahead and leave a little star emoji for the constellations that it looks like I'm working on right now. But I'm going to go and continue working on here and just kind of listen to some music and enjoy my me time and my self-care time. Yeah, that's right. So I hope you have a good week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. Hi, hello, welcome back if you are returning, or welcome if you are new. My name is Bree, and this is part 2 because I never edited or released last week's WIP and Chat. I just dropped the ball, and so this is this week's WIP and Chat, and I'm just putting it all together in one video. So I did work on this square right here some. Oh, I thought maybe I was done, but I'm clearly not. Let me just move. Oops. Let me just move you over a little bit. Okay, so I am working on Sleepy Orange Tabby Night. It's this right here. And I am in this section up at the top. The items that I will be using are a small tray or a mini tray. I'm not sure what size this is, or if it says on it, from Bijou Bliss. It's my favorite right now. Some tweezers and a pen from Butterfly Effect Wares. And then all of my drills are kitted up in the art dot container system. Zippered container system. Okay, so this is an older kit. I think maybe it's like 2 years old. Maybe, I don't know. But a lot of the drills are pretty staticky, so I have some dryer sheet, I couldn't think of the name, to the side in case I need it. But let's just get right into this. I don't have anything written down for what I'm going to talk about this week. And I did not rewatch last week, so I don't know. I don't really remember exactly what I have talked about last week. I would imagine that I told you guys that we are moving, we are starting a whole new chapter of our life into an RV lifestyle, and it's going to be really different because if you asked me 6 months ago if I was going to be living full-time in an RV with 3 dogs, 2 cats, and my wife, I would have looked at you very confused. Oh, I should use tweezers for these because I would not have thought that, but that is what is happening. We do not have the RV yet, but we have looked at so many that I think we pretty much know which one we're getting. And we know where we're getting it from, but we can't go and pick it up until... Okay, so let me back up a little bit. We put our house up for sale. We got an offer on it that same day of listing it. Had the inspection done, went back and forth with some negotiations with the buyer, and settled on something, and we're proceeding with everything. Oh, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. Now, some things I just don't understand about the realty aspect of like house buying and selling. So our closing isn't until the end of the month. So we're kind of just like sitting here and waiting. I don't know if this is a normal thing, if this is what happens all the time. We were first-time home buyers when we purchased this house. We were living in an apartment. So all we did was like made sure that we were looking for a house by the time, and we told our realtor that we wanted to move when our lease was up. So that was really easy for us. but now we are the ones selling, and it's just very stressful, especially with having 3 dogs that aren't socialized very well, because we are very introverted people. We don't like going to social events really. So we kind of like did our pets a disservice by not properly socializing them, I will admit. But you know what, they're happy and they're taken care of. I don't know how this got from selling the house to my pets, but because I have ADHD and anxiety, I guess. But anyways, moving on. So we're currently in contract, and I'm sorry for all the shaking. So we're currently in contract, and we're just sitting here and kind of waiting for the end of February so that we can continue. We can't purchase our RV or the truck that we need until the closing, because we're using the profits from our house to purchase our new home. So yeah, otherwise we would definitely go out there and go and get our new RV. We would start setting it up. I so wish we could do that right now, but we just can't. We're not in a position to be able to do that. So it's just sit and wait for us. In the meantime, I'm also documenting. I think I told this in the last part of this video. I am documenting this process, but I have not really had a lot to document recently because, like I just got done mentioning, it's a lot of just kind of waiting right now. There's not a lot to do. We got the house clean. It's pretty much empty right now, and I have this diamond painting that I can work on, and I'm doing coloring too. I think I have mentioned that in my last video. Oh my gosh. So one of my medications gives me dry mouth, and it just made me remember how I'm going to tell you something a little messed up about my job. And I don't feel like I need to really hide anything about it at this time, because I've given my notice to my job, so I'm not gonna be there much longer. But I went to go pick up my migraine medication, which is an injection that I do once monthly, and I went to go pick it up, and the lady that I see all the time there, now I've been going to this pharmacy for the past 9 years, so probably multiple times a month for different medications, because they're not all refilling at the same time. But anyways, she was like, "What's going on with your insurance? It says you were terminated." And I was like, "What?" So I called the number on the back of the card, and apparently that our work is now using like a third party insurance, and I have a whole new like insurance number and group number and all this other stuff, and it's not the primary insurance anymore. And I didn't have time to like really look into it or listen to what it is while I'm at the pharmacy, but I get all of the information that I need to get my medication. And the pharmacy technician or assistant, she comes around and she has this face, like not a good look on her face. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what? And she's like, since it's a new insurance, your doctor has to pre-authorize it. I look at my watch and it says 4:30 and it's a Friday. What is the likelihood that my doctor is going to see that and then authorize that? I mean, maybe she will, but it's unlikely. And I was right, it has not been authorized. And then I look at more into what this insurance is, that it's a third party, and basically it goes to your employer, and your employer gets to choose to what's the word I'm looking for? Approve or deny your medication or what they want to cover. There was nothing sent out to anybody. When I got back to work after being away for 2 weeks, I mentioned something to my coworkers and they were like, oh yeah, everybody's dealing with this. Nothing was said to anyone. So I'm not going to make any comment about it right now, but you can only imagine what I was thinking and what my coworker was probably thinking as well, because that is pretty messed up. So anyways, it's been a week and I still don't have my migraine medication. I'm using an old medication that gives me short-term memory loss. I thought that my fibromyalgia was contributing to me having early signs of dementia, because maybe I could, or it wasn't unrealistic, until I talked to my doctor and she was like, oh, well, you're on Topamax and that's a side effect of Topamax. You're on the highest dose. And I was like, I've been dealing with this for 1.5 years. I have felt crazy and I almost lost my job. Well, not really. I fought for my job. So trying to get off of that medication and onto these injections, and without insurance, the injection costs $906. I cannot afford that. So pretty soon I might not be able to afford that anyways, because I put in my notice at work and I won't have insurance. Um, okay, so since we're talking about depressing things, we'll just continue on that theme right now. What is going on in the world? Like, I just cannot with the news. Our bodies and our beings ourselves, we're not built to listen and hear traumatic stories over and over daily, every single day. We start either like becoming incredibly depressed from everything that we hear, or we become numb to it, or like it just doesn't affect us. It's just normal again. It's just another day with mass casualties. Like, I don't want that. Oops, I forgot to put this part in. Oh. So, I have been limiting how much news I take in, but at the same time, I want to stay informed about what's going on. I don't want to be I don't want to be somebody that is just like, what? What's going on? Oh my gosh, really? I don't want to be blind to it. But everything that's going on is terrifying. And if you don't see it that way, or if you don't feel like things are terrifying, then we don't see things the same. And that's okay, because not everybody has to see things exactly the same, and everything is terrifying and scary, but the like optimist in me also is like, everything's going to be okay. There's going to be a lot to clean up after 4 years. A lot. But we can do it. So the neighbors behind us, that's like kitty corner. Is it kitty corner or is it catty corner? They're like this way. They have a husky, and it is very much singing its song of its people. And I truly believe that's where that term came from, because there is not another animal that makes the same kind of sounds that a husky makes. Oops. So I have 9 shifts left at work, and I feel two different ways about it. I feel excited, and I also feel like I can't believe I'm actually leaving this place, because I honestly felt like I was going to be a lifer. I really thought I was. But don't get me wrong, the last year and a half or 2 years now really did test me. And it wasn't so much the job, it was the people. Um, Not since going up at the front desk. It was before that. Things have been things have been great since going up at the front desk, which I really didn't expect, but I like it. I mean, I like it during the ER hours. Um, Specialty hours, not so much. It's a little hectic during specialty hours. So I just prefer nighttime or daytime on the weekends. So, are there any of you that are following or listening that have an RV or go RVing or have been to any state or national parks that we should put on our list? Um, I don't know the exact date that we are going to be departing Ohio. But I do know the first area that we're going to be going is to Indianapolis because that's where um, our nephews and my sister-in-law live, and excuse me, and we want to see them and spend some time with them. We don't know how long we're going to be there, but we're going to go there for a little bit. And then after there, I think we're going to try to go to Arkansas, I believe. Oh, I set up a Patreon. We're going to be putting all of our videos on Patreon for right now, to just because for the support. We're going to be completely honest. For right now, we are going to be really tight on money. So any support would really help us. You would get, um, scenes. We would do videos. I'm going to try to do them as often as possible, where we're at, where we're going, quarterly postcards from where we are, where we've been, some lives from where we are, and stuff like that. So I will post the link down in the pinned comment down below for our Patreon. I have a YouTube as well, but it's not going to have as much as the Patreon. Oh, I'm going to have a YouTube. I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to have a Patreon for our RV life. There's only one tier. So it's for everybody. I hope you consider subscribing. Megan will be there because I'm going to make her. But yeah, in 2 weeks we close on our house, and there should be a lot more postings on that on the Patreon page, from our travels and what's going on and everything. Um, I do have a registry slash wish list for our RV as well, just because you know I didn't know like so much went into excuse me, into like traveling full time and all the stuff that you may need. And where'd those numbers go? Oh, here they are. And anything helps. Obviously, there's no obligation whatsoever, but you know, you guys have always like been there for me in the past, and I truly, truly, truly so appreciate it. Um, I know I haven't been here this year, hardly at all, but I hope there is like some grace given and some understanding of where we are with things. Um, I took a lot of PTO from work, and I feel a lot less stressed out. Um, Now that I have things a lot cleared up. I don't know how to say it. I feel a lot less stressed now that the house is cleaned up, somewhat organized. We know what we're taking with us. It shouldn't take very long for us to pack the rest of the house when it comes down to actually leaving and never coming back. My God, that's so sad. This is this is our house that like we made so many memories here. It's gonna be weird, like never coming back to this room ever again. Wow. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to think I'm gonna wrap this one up, and I hope you all will check out the other channel. It's called the Pit Crew RV Life, and our Patreon that is now it's up, but we don't have any subscribers yet. I don't have any videos currently, but that will change in the coming weeks. Once we close on this house, things are going to be starting, and we're going to have a lot of content for you. One, because I don't have anything else to do, and I can't wait to share the experience with anybody who's willing to watch. So yeah. If you stayed till the end, I would love it if you put an emoji of a little van down in the comments, or put down any questions that you might have down in the comments, and I will answer them in next week's video. Okay, well, I will talk to you later, and I will try to not take 2 months off next time. All right, bye.